This is how Kaizer Chiefs are going to use Siyabonga Ngezana'S transfer fee, and we're also going to talk about what's holding up the Nabi's deal, and this one other thing that's going to happen to Kaizer Chiefs that once happened against the Kaizer Chiefs, and I didn't like it, but now it might just happen in our favor. What is that? You'll find out later on in the video. Hello and welcome to Coast Nation Fan TV. I am Belo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakosi Football Club. I don't usually do this, but as I said, this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Amakosi Football Club. So if you are a Kaizer Chiefs fan and you are not subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. We do everything here that has to do with Kaizer Chiefs. So subscribe to that content and also like the video because the sun is right in my eyes. But I'm making this content because, well, I publish videos every single day and I don't miss even on new day. Anyways, let's talk about Siyabonga Ngezana. Siyabonga Ngezana, it's been revealed that he's been sold for 12 million rands. And if you say to a Kaizer Chiefs fan, 12 million rands, those who have been following the news anyway, you will know Guti that's the same amount of money that we're told Guti Junior Mendieta is going for. But now there are a lot of things. If we were to start diving into Junior Mendieta stuff, I would rather not talk about that. However, Chiefs right now did not reveal to us Uguti the money that Ngezana went for was 12 million. For two reasons. One, sometimes clubs do that. I think the other one is because Chiefs, they don't really want to reveal how much money they sell these players for, because then us fans will go with them and say, hey, you got 12 million for Ngezana, you got, they say 5 million for Uplom, so where did you send that money? Where did you use that money from? So maybe someone could argue Guti it's because they don't want to be held accountable. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying Guti, it's one of the thoughts that come into my mind. But there's no excuse for saying we are not going to reinvest that money on another player, a good quality player. Because think about it, Chiefs, when it comes to centre backs, we are sorted, right? Ngezana was actually worried for him this season, Uguti, with him being a defender that he was. Come next season, he wasn't. I feared Uguti Ukivin Msimang was going to replace him and Uti Clock was going to play alongside Ukivin Msimang, because you don't move from Super Sport, a team that's going to be playing in the CAF Confederations Cup, and come to Kaizer Chiefs as big as they are, and sit on the bench, because there must have been promises Uguti, instead of renewing your contract with Super Sport where you are guaranteed game time, come to Chiefs. So that is why I kind of felt Uguti the only thing the Chiefs might end up doing to make sure they play all their best players is to change into a back three, so that the two new signings come in and they play, or they just bench Ngezana. But that's not the case right now, which I'm happy Ngezana is gone. But still, if you look at the defensive side that Kaizer Chiefs has, the defenders that we have a lot of depth. If I can start covering, counting, I'll say giving him Simango, Titlokwe, Kusenonjabulo Ngobo, we will see how he will be used under the new coach. Utube, his contract is still not expired. You have Aiden McCarthy who's going to be promoted. And we've been talking a lot about how Dove might still be played as a centre back next season. You know, all of these things, we do have it depth in the centre back pairing. So it's not like in the centre back position. So it's not like the money is going to be used to replace Ngezana by buying another defender. So I think this would be a good time to say, you know what, now we have 12 million. We bought Castillo. Castillo is central midfielder / defensive midfielder. But we need depth and we need someone who's an out-and-out defensive midfielder. So let's go get to Sibongiseni Mthethwa, because I don't think he will go for more than 12 million. If that's the case, then eda le mali obusuyibhidile vele for Sibongiseni Mthethwa, because Chiefs had already, their talks ukuthi they were trying to go for Mthethwa and they were preparing another bid for Sibongiseni Mthethwa. So if they've been already trying to sign him, now it's time to go again and sign him for that. Or alternatively, I will talk about this, Uguti, how they can utilize this money later on, because it's related to another story that I want to talk about. Anyways, so we have Nabi. People have been talking. The only thing that's holding up him signing for Chiefs is because the Chiefs are saying, listen, bro, we're only going to give you 2 slots. You can only bring 2 people with you to come and work for Chiefs. And he wants the 3rd one. And funny enough, it's not Uguti wants his own assistant coach or something like that. Uguti, the main thing is the assistant coach. That's who he wants the most. No, it's actually his what can I say, fitness coach, for the lack of a better term, because there are different words, but exercise, because he has a PhD in exercise science. I didn't even know what there was such. But he's basically like Umuzi scorer say to let's say Chiefs, because the Chiefs believe Uguti, no, we are good with him. Like, he's a good person. I mean, with his job, they believe Uguti can still be good for the Chiefs going forward. So that's the thing that's holding up, apparently. Which to me makes me think of two things. Uguti, one, yes, Chiefs on their side, they're thinking they just signed a new technical team last July who all were given 3-year contracts, and they don't want to just discard them and pay them out and just pay them imaliabo right now. So they would rather keep them and keep on paying them. On the other hand, I've seen some comments on Twitter and elsewhere where people are saying, but Umuzi did not really improve the Chiefs because Okama came back for 5 minutes and then they were injured again. A lot of Kaizer Chiefs players were injured, and yet we had Umuzi. I hear that, but maybe there isn't enough evidence to even support that. People will argue Guti players being injured the entire season is evidence and clear evidence for that. But I wouldn't want to dismiss him for that. I would propose an alternative solution, right? Because we talked about the difference between the fitness coach and the conditioning coach. Uguti fitness coach, they work on the fitness in general, right? Like Uguti, the players are fit, just fit, like the normal thing. Kechimo roundy, groundy, whatever that needs to be done to keep the players fit. But the conditioning coach, which is the person that Nabi wants to bring, is the coach who will then condition the players into playing Kuleo system. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Usually big teams, they have two of these coaches. No fitness, no conditioning. Fitness is just a general fitness coach, and then conditioning is the specific to the system. So Nabi is coming in with his system and how he's going to use his players. And since the conditioning coach that is coming with understand the system, he can come to Chiefs and condition the players to play Gule system Ganapi. But Umuzi can still stay with Chiefs as a fitness coach who's going to just keep our players fit and make sure they don't get injured. So to me, I feel like this thing can be solved by just allowing the man to bring the coach that he wants. Because here's the thing, I am a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, right? I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, and I'm not gonna every day sit here and say, why are they firing Uzwane? No, it's clear Uguti they've made a decision to let him go. So now all I am saying is I want things to move on and move on along, because if they've made a decision good, they don't trust Uzwane or they don't want him to continue coaching, fine, I'm not gonna moan about that. But what they should do then is that if they decide to move on, they should make sure they give the next coach the best possible chance to succeed. Because at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here rooting for Nabi to fail. Because if Chiefs doesn't win anything this coming season, I'm going to be hurt. It's not going to be why did they fire one? No, I'm not going to be like that. That is why I'm saying I understand, as much as there's this factor Uguti. Yes, Guma negotiations, it doesn't just happen overnight. But Chiefs have heard Uguti they are going back. Pre-season yabo is starting this coming week. So if they start without a coach, then that's kind of delaying, because bazoba nozwane for the first week or for the first 2 weeks, and then Nabi joins them 3 weeks into the preseason. So that's kind of disturbing the flow. That is why I prefer Uguti. If you find a coach and they say they want specific things, just give them the things that they want. Don't waste time, because preseason is starting and you want the players to start with a new coach, and then from the get-go we go to the same direction. Because the last thing that we want is hearing my excuses in August, September, when the team is not playing well. Good, some of the players were not fit, or the coach joined the team late, because these things happen. Remember, even after getting the job, he's still gonna have to get a visa and working whatever licenses and all those things. So we cannot allow this process to prolong even further, because it's only going to hurt us and how we start the season. And if we start behind, then we're playing the game of catch-up. That means the team already under pressure will now be under double pressure, because we'll already know we are behind the season. And the Sundowns, they won't be playing, they will be smashing. Pirates won't be playing, they will be smashing everything. So we need to get to that level that they're at. Speaking of getting to the levels that they're at, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe. I am not done, because you remember earlier on I gave you a cliffhanger. So here it goes. Ukuthi, remember ukuthi even if Fiston Mayele we're told ukuthi goes for 10 million. Now Kaizer Chiefs have 12 million and Fiston Mayele is there. And you remember 2006, I think it was 2006, when Nsmintendorp left the Chiefs, ukuthi left with Siyabonga Nkosi and Rowan Fernandez. I was mad because I was like, why did he take our best players? I was angry. They were not our best players, but Nkosi was very influential at that point, and Fernandez was really good for us at the time. But it only gave us Ukun as well and other players who came after them. But my point is this, Uguti, given Uguti Nsmintendorp understood and worked well with Siyabonga Nkosi no Fernandez, it was easy for him to take them and sell the project that he was having Arminia Benefeld. So it's the same thing with Nabi. Uguti, if he comes to Chiefs and the Chiefs uses this 10 million to get to Fiston Mayele because we don't have a striker, it's easier now for him to say, look, you are going with me now. We are guaranteed we are going to be an epic duo when we get there because we've been working together. We are going with the same technical team that you understand and know. So now you are going to be playing in the same system that I was playing you under. So now let's go and dominate in South Africa. So I think this is just a great opportunity to also reinvest imali kaSiyabonga Ngezana. What do you think about everything that I've said? Let me know down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelu Moya.